Hi guys, Mr. Horton here, hope you're all well. This is your lesson 6 and today we're going to be doing phonetics. So today we're going to be focusing on doing 2 running events, 2 throwing and 2 jumping activities. Right, okay, so for our first jumping event we're going to do something called jump the stream. Okay, so this is how I want you to set it out. So if you've got cones, that's fine. If not, you can use a broomstick or you can use a piece of rope just to create that V shape. Okay, so what you've got to think of is this side is the river bank, and in the middle, which you can hear, this is the river, and you've got to jump from one side to the other without getting wet. Okay, so to start off with, you need to be at the narrow side, okay, which is going to be the smaller jump, and then as you get braver, you get more confident, you can start going down the line and do that, increase that jump, okay? So to start off with, you need to have 2 feet together, you need to have your knees nice and bent, you can use your arm to swing and gain momentum, okay? And all you're going to do is jump from one side to the other without jumping in the middle, okay? So like I said, use your arms, nice bent knees, start off with, you're going to jump over, again landing with those bent knees, don't land with straight knees because you'll hurt them. You're going to turn around, you're going to progress down the line, and it's going to be more challenging as well. So you're going to do a bigger jump over, remember to use those soft knees, all the way down until you get to the end. You're going to do a big jump over, and turn around, start again. So for this activity, you can start off with jumping from 2 feet to 2 feet, or you can also start and do the 2 feet to 1 foot or 1 foot to 2 foot as well, okay? So I'll show you a couple of variations. So again, jump from 2, try and land on 1. Remember to keep those nice bent knees. You're going to turn around, do the same again. So you might start with 2, or you might start on 1, sorry, and you might jump over and land on 2, okay? So try and use different ways of jumping. As well, if this is too hard for you, obviously make it a little bit shorter so it's not as narrow. Or if you still find it a little bit too easy, open it up so it's a bit more wider. Okay, moving on to our second activity, which is going to be stepping stones, which is another jumping activity that's going to work on our basic hop, skip and jump movements. Okay, so this is how I want you to set it up. So you need 4 markers that are evenly spaced apart. And all you're going to practice is your hop, skip and jump. Okay, so this is how I want you to start. So you need to land, so from the first cone to the second cone, you need to land on the same foot. So you hop onto 1 foot. From the second to the third, you're going to hop onto your other foot. And then from the third to the fourth, you're going to land back on 2 feet. Okay, so to speed it up a little bit quicker. So first to second, second to third, third to fourth, okay? So, same foot, other foot, and land on 2 feet. Okay, so once you've understood the basic movements, we're going to then move on to quicken it up, okay? And make it more real life, alright? So all you're going to do, you're going to even open up the cones a little bit further so they're spaced apart. You're just going to repeat the same movement but go a little bit quicker, okay? So you're going to start on the same foot, jump, other foot, land on 2 feet. Okay, so you're speeding the movements up. Okay, so moving on to our second lot of activities. This is going to be to do with throwing. Okay, so the first activity we're going to do is a game called roller goal. Okay, so this is how I want you to set it out. You're going to need a ball and you also need 3 markers. So the first marker is where you're going to stand. You need 2 additional markers at the other end that are going to be your goal, okay? So how this works is, you're going to go onto your knees, and you're going to try and roll the ball using the underarm roll and try and get it between the 2 cones or your goal, okay? So you're going to roll it nice and carefully to see if you can get it through the goal. Okay, so to progress this a bit further, obviously, if you're finding this too easy, you can make your goals at the end closer together. If you're still finding it too hard, open them up so it's bigger. You can also increase the distance as well, depending on the space you've got. What else you could do is you could put 2 additional markers, so 2 narrow markers to aim for. So you're going through 2 sets of goals now. Okay? So you're going to start on the marker again. And you've got to try and get through the first lot of goals and the second ones as well. Okay? So using the same technique we've just done. So rolling the ball, order arm roll. You're going to roll the ball from one set of cones and the other one. Okay, moving on to our second throwing activity. This is going to be push it and bounce it. Okay, so all you need for this is a ball if you've got one, and if you've got a partner that's fine. If not, you can just use a wall to aim against. Okay, so for this exercise, all you're going to do is practice 2 types of throws. So one's going to be a push pass without a bounce, and one's going to be a bounce pass where you bounce it against the wall or bounce it to your partner and they catch it. Okay? So the first one, you don't want to be too far away just yet. You're just going to practice the first one, which is a push pass without a bounce. So 2 hands on the ball, all you're going to do is extend your arms, then let go as you get towards the end. So push it out of your hands and try and catch it. Okay? Remember, you need to push it up and not down to the ground, otherwise it'll just bounce and you won't be able to catch it properly. So push it up and try and practice catching the ball and see how many times you can do it. Once you've got hang of that one, you're then going to go into a bounce pass. Okay? So for this one, if you've got a partner, have them standing opposite sides here with a little bit of space. If you've not got a partner, you can use the wall. So all you're going to do, you're going to make it bounce, so it bounces in the middle, hits the wall, so you can catch it. Okay? So you're going to start with it around your tummy area. Then you're going to extend your arms, push towards the floor, so it hits the wall and back into your arms. Okay? So it should look something like this. Push it, so you can catch it. Push it to the ground, off the wall, so you can catch. Okay, so once you've got the hang of it, and you find it too easy, what we can do, we can progress this on. So once you've completed the movement, you can take a step back until you finally can't reach it. Okay? So we start with a push pass again. So push it and then take a step back. Keep doing this until you can no longer reach it and you can catch it in your hands. You then go on to the bounce pass. So again, starting close, bounce it, take a step back, bounce, step back, keep doing this until you can no longer catch it. Okay, moving on to our final set of activities. These are going to be do with running. So the game we're going to do first is a game called Getting Faster. So this is going to work on your ability to use different speeds, but also using the right technique. Okay, so this is how I want you to set it up. You're going to need 5 markers spaced apart. So what we're going to do, the first to the second cone, this is going to be a walking pace. The second to third one, this is going to be a jog. Third to fourth is going to be a stride. And when you get from the 4th to the 5th, it's going to be a sprint. Okay? So it should look something like this. So you're walking, jogging, leaping and then sprinting. Okay? So using different speeds whilst trying to keep good technique. Okay, so when we're running, try to make sure that you're pumping your arms and using your legs at the same time. Okay, keeping your back straight and your head up. If you want to progress this a little bit further, and if you've got the room, obviously you can make it as wide as you can. Obviously you still find it a little bit difficult, slow it down and do it at your pace. Okay, so moving on to our final activity, and this is going to be shuttle runs. Okay, so this is going to be slightly different to what we've just done, so this is going to work more on your endurance. Okay, so all I want you to do, you're going to need 5 markers again, and you need to set them out nice and spaced apart from each other. Okay, so this game is nice and simple. All you're going to do, you're going to start off from run to the first one to the second one and back. From the first one to the third one, back. First one to fourth one, back. And the first one to the 5th one and back. And see how quick you can do it. Okay, so it should look something like this. You run, first one back, Second, third one, back, third, back, fourth one, back. Obviously, if you want to make this a little bit more challenging for yourselves, what you can do, you can see how fast it takes you to do it, or you can do it for a allotted time. So you could say, I'm going to complete this course for about 5 minutes and see how long you can go for. If you're still finding it too hard, it's a little bit difficult, slow it down, maybe shorten the distance and just see how many times you can do it. It might be as well, you might want to take away the end cone and just do 4 cones.